Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Today I have the honor and privilege of welcoming His Grace Gaurang Darshan Prabhu to our home. Gaurang Darshan Prabhu, as you all know, he is a disciple of His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj, and he is the Dean of Bhakti Vedanta Vidyapeeth at ISKCON Govardhan Eco Village. And he regularly conducts online classes, and he has written several. He's author of more than 30 books, and he continues to write on a daily basis. He holds a master's degree from Indian Institute of Science in India, which is a very prestigious institute. And he took up, after getting inspired by spirituality, he took up the monkhood in 2009, and he got his initial training at Sri Radha Gopinath Temple, and since then he has been spreading Krishna consciousness across the world. So thank you so much, Prabhu. We are very thankful that you took the opportunity. You are gracing us today, and looking forward to your blissful Krishna Katha as always. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So the schedule is, now I'll go till okay, say 11 to 12:30 we'll have one, then lunch break, then 1 to 2:30, right? That's what I was doing. Okay. That's okay. I like the, unless you want it in a different way, I'm okay. Sun also moves. That's okay. As of now, I'm fine. We'll start. So, what is the topic from Bhagavatam Tales? Anything from Bhagavatam Tales. Okay. Let me pray, and Krishna will inspire. Should you do Jai Radha Madhava or? Okay. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनतिरवनचारी यमुनतिरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन राधे जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगामयी की यमुनामयी की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी देवी की कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanaatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण I am very grateful to be with all of you today. Very overwhelming to see so many devotees very enthusiastically participating in multiple sessions and expressing so much of love and affection and a lot of personal touch, very personal with other devotees, very enthusiastic to serve and hear. And I was just sharing with someone some time back, yesterday in the retreat. Here devotees are doing their work and also taking care of their personal sadhana, also taking care of their children, also contributing a lot to the temple services and the preaching activities around. So it's unimaginable, it's inconceivable how much service all of you are doing. I am definitely deriving a lot of inspiration in your inspiring presence here. Very grateful to meet all of you personally after meeting online for such a long time. And also I'm seeing the children who are also very much absorbed in their devotional activities despite their studies. So I am also very thankful to all the parents and teachers who are nicely nourishing the children also so nicely in their spiritual activities. So today I was asked to speak something from the Bhagavatam tales. So we have almost 3 hours with us. So 2 1.5 hour slots. So I think half of you are children. So we'll try to have some interactive session. I was thinking we will discuss Samudra Manthan and Bali Maharaj. This is good for 3 hours. Morning 1.5 hours we'll discuss Samudra Manthan. Yesterday somebody was saying it's my favorite also. So there's a lot of storyline that can engage children. Little less philosophy but a lot of life lessons. A lot of drama. You like long stories? Okay, good. She likes. Anvaya likes. Very enthusiastic. So we'll do Samudra Manthan in the morning, and the continuation of Samudra Manthan is Bali Maharaj episode. That we'll do in the evening. So we'll begin with offense to a Brahmana, and we'll end with complete surrender to Krishna. Bali Maharaj. So let's start. So once the king of heaven, Indra, was sitting on this big Airavat elephant, and he was moving. On the way, he saw Durvasa Muni. So Durvasa Muni became very, very pleased to see Indra, and just to express his happiness, he offered his garland. So Durvasa Muni gave his garland to our Indra. Okay. So Indra did not receive it with so much of respect. He received it, but he neglectfully gave it to his elephant, Airavat. And Airavat, being an elephant, picked up that garland and trampled under its own feet. So this Maha garland, which is supposed to be honored, has been neglected, has been trampled under feet. So seeing such neglectful attitude of Indra, Durvasumani felt that Indra is so puffed up. Indra is extremely proud of his own strength and power and influence. So when we have something good, when we are in a good position, whether it is materially or even spiritually, pride could overwhelm us. So we need to be extremely careful not to allow this anartha of pride to overwhelm us. We have seen several examples throughout Srimad Bhagavatam where pride just completely spoiled the good position of several devotees. Yeah, you can feel happy for being in a good situation where we have an opportunity to serve Krishna, associate with devotees. We may be bestowed with so many spiritual privileges and good fortune. You can definitely feel happy for it, right? Nothing wrong in it. But there's a difference between being happy and being proud, right? So being happy means that happiness includes gratitude. You understand? So someone has given you this garland, okay? You're very happy. Yeah, I'm fine. So someone has given you some nice gift or some spiritual privilege. You're happy for it. So that happiness includes gratitude. I'm very thankful to you. Very happy. Smiles on your face. Okay. But you feel proud, that's a different thing. Pride comes out of false ego. Happiness and gratitude are products, are symptoms of a satisfied heart. But while pride is a symptom of an egoistic heart, right? Egoistic mind. So he was very proud. And even when we receive spiritual privileges, if you are not very careful, we can definitely become proud. Pride is not just on a material plane. Yes, pride is material ultimately. But even when we receive some spiritual blessings and spiritual good fortune, also we can become proud because of that, when we are immature sadhakas. So we need to be very cautious and conscious. Lord Brahma is the creator of the universe, right? And right in the beginning of the creation, Brahma offered prayers to Lord Vishnu, Garbhodakasaya Vishnu, and in those prayers towards the end, you know what Brahma said? My dear Lord, please give me the ability to create this universe as a part of your service. Please empower me with the necessary intelligence and strength and resources to execute this service effectively. Yes, we should pray for empowerment from the Lord to do our services. But the right next shloka, Brahma says, may I not become proud. May I not become proud, because you are getting an opportunity to do some service and you are seeking empowerment and blessings to execute that service effectively. And if you happen to execute the service nicely, the next step is you can become proud. So we need to be cautious. Yes, let me not become proud. So Brahma immediately offered next prayer. My dear Lord, let me do this service nicely, but let me not become proud. Then Lord Vishnu responded. All this is from 3rd canto Bhagavatam. Lord Vishnu responded saying that, yes, you are empowered to do the service that you are asking, you are volunteering to do. It is your service. You have been empowered to do this service. And definitely you will not be proud provided you stick to my instructions. You stick to the Vedic instructions. So when will we not become proud? When we stick to our sound vibration. To the degree we are dedicated to hearing the sound vibration, basically the Vedas, the Shastras, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. When we regularly study Shastra and sincerely chant the holy names of the Lord, so we will not become proud. Okay. So that regular nourishment of hearing will keep our feet on the ground. Otherwise, our head will go, our eyes will go on the head, right? So, if our feet should be on the ground, we should regularly hear. We should be grounded. So, we should regularly hear Krishna's glories. And that will help us realize our own insignificance. He is glorious and I am insignificant. He is great, I am small. He is Vibhu, I am Anu. Regularly hearing Krishna's glories, devotees' glories, then you understand they are glorious, not me. Right? So, parallel to understanding Krishna's glory is also understanding our own insignificance and humble position. So, when we do that, when we happen to do that, we remain humble. Right? So that humility is very much required to progress in bhakti. And Indra failed to exhibit that humility. Okay. Now you take this example. In the story of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have not discussed Mahaprabhu so much in all these 3-4 days. Okay. So who is that leper devotee? What is the name of that leper devotee in Mahaprabhu's South India Yatra? Vasudev Datta. I was expecting something from the kids. Right? So Mahaprabhu began his South India tour. So he was ecstatically chanting and dancing, and then he's going to different places. So he began his yatra by chanting Krishna Krishna. Shall we sing that? Krishna 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 Hey Krishna 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 Hey Krishna 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 Rakshamam Krishna 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 Pahimam Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahimam In this way, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was ecstatically chanting and dancing and touring the South India Yatra. Right in the beginning, he went to a devotee's house at Kurmakshetra, the Kurma Brahmana's house. And he bestowed some blessings. It's a long story. And Kurma Brahman said, I will also want to come with you. Then Mahaprabhu said, no, stay at home, chant Hare Krishna and preach Bhagavatam, preach Bhagavad Gita to others. You don't have to become a sannyasi. You don't have to travel with me. Take care, be at home. And Mahaprabhu proceeded on his yatra. So this news that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited Kurma Brahmana's house came to Vasudeva leper. There's another devotee, his name is Vasudeva. He had leprosy. You understand leprosy? There's some contagious disease. There's some blood and pus all over the body. Okay. So this Vasudeva leper became very, very enthusiastic to meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, take his darshan, take his blessings. So he came all the way to Kurma Brahman's house to see Mahaprabhu. But by the time he reached Kurma Brahmana's house, Mahaprabhu already left. Okay. He became extremely disappointed. You'll get disappointed sometimes when you don't get what you expect. Okay. Yeah, come here. So he became disappointed. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood the disappointment of his devotee. My dear devotee Vasudeva leper is lamenting in separation from me. He's so disappointed that he missed my darshan. So I must give him darshan. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu changed his plan. He was proceeding. So he just turned his direction and then he came to Kurma Brahmana's house again. Then Vasudeva leper was surprised. My dear Lord, you have come to see me? Just to bless me? Just to bestow your mercy upon me? He became very surprised and became very grateful. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and hugged Vasudeva leper. Okay. So he had some blood and pus and different kinds of sores all over his body. So when somebody gets COVID, we'll put him in quarantine. We'll not just go and hug him. Okay. But here Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu absolutely had no reservations in hugging Vasudeva leper. So Vasudeva leper, by the touch of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all his leprosy is gone. It disappeared completely. He got a very beautiful, handsome body, strong body. You know what what Vasudeva leper said immediately? He's no more leper. Vasudeva, devotee. So this Vasudeva said, my dear Lord, I got this beautiful, strong body now. And I got your blessings now. This could make me proud. Okay. I will become proud for receiving this special mercy from you. So how can I be relieved from pride? Okay. We saw the example of Brahma. Even before commencing his service, Brahma is very careful not to become proud of successfully executing that service. And here Vasudeva leper, after receiving mercy from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he immediately said, I may become proud. Please protect me from pride. Okay. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you will not become proud, provided you chant the holy names of Krishna sincerely. You regularly chant the holy names of Krishna, you will not become proud. So how to not become proud? How to be humble? Yes, children? If you chant the holy names of Krishna, you will not become proud. How? If you chant Krishna's names, you will not become proud. How? What is the logic behind it? Yes. Yes, Dugopika. It's Krishna's trick. Okay. Any more? Very tricky answer. Any more answers from other kids? If you chant Krishna's names, why will you not become proud? Yes, what's your name? Keshav. Yes, Keshav. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, we'll pull. This holding umbrella is I think this is more practical than holding umbrella. Yeah, better. Yes, perfect. It's difficult to see also, right? And then shaved head is reflecting sunlight. It's little difficult to bear the reflection. Okay, good. Thank you very much. So, what was the question? Keshav, what's your answer? First tell me the question, then tell the answer. Wow. Very sharp. Yes, Keshav, what's your answer?
If you chant, then you understand how much better than you Krishna is, and then you won't think you're proud. You won't be proud because you always know that Krishna is better than you.
Wow, he deserves a great. Thank you so much, Keshav. So this is the essence of devotional service. All glories to the parents of this boy who trained him so nicely. So yes, if we chant Krishna, 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 Krishna always, we understand that Krishna is better than me. As he said, Krishna is superior to me. We think that we are controllers, we are proprietors, we are masters, we are enjoyers, we are creators, we are this, we are that, we are great. But by saying Krishna, Krishna multiple times, we understand he is great, not me. Okay? Then there is no point, there is no possibility of becoming proud only. If we sincerely chant, if we chant with devotion, we will not become proud. Right? So this is the idea. So we need to remain humble to advance in bhakti. But Indra, being the king of the heaven, he was very proud. He was not humble. So he was so proud that he rejected or disrespected a gift given by a sage, Durvasa Muni. So when Durvasa Muni saw that Indra was so puffed up and proud that he neglected the garland that he has given him, then Durvasa Muni cursed him. You are proud of your material opulence? I curse you to lose all material opulence. May you not have your wealth anymore. Okay. So Indra was surprised. And it's natural that if you are proud, the very reason for which you are proud of will be taken away from you. As simple as that. If you are proud of wealth, wealth is taken away. Proud of popularity, popularity is taken away. We are proud of some other privilege, that privilege will be taken away. Because Krishna will ensure that whatever is obstructing your journey towards Him, He will remove that obstacle. For a sadhaka, pride is one of the obstacles in our journey towards Krishna. Krishna wants to help us, right? Right? He'll remove that pride from our journey. Okay, you become humble, you can come close to me. But we think that Krishna is not merciful upon me. He removed my followership. he has taken away my wealth, right? I had so much fan following. He has made that fans zero. And I had so much wealth. He made my wealth zero. I had this privilege. He took away that opportunity. We think like that. He's not taking away. He's giving. He's not taking away our privileges. He's giving us the privilege to be humble, to come closer to Him. We need to realize it, right? So when Krishna takes away something from a devotee, he understands that this devotee doesn't need it. And in fact, if the devotee has it, he'll not come to me. I want him to come closer to me. Therefore, Krishna removes some things, right? So now Indra has to become humble. If you don't consciously and voluntarily become humble, Krishna will humble you. Krishna will humiliate you. And humility will be born out of humiliation. So let the humility be not born out of humiliation. Let humility be a natural, voluntary, conscious choice from our side. So that will make us closer to Krishna. So now Indra had to be humiliated. Indra was cursed to lose all opulence. Then he lost. Who took over in heavenly planets then? Indra lost his opulence. Who took over? Yes. Bali Maharaj and the demons took over Indra's opulence. So all the demons came and occupied the heavenly planets, and all the devatas are on roads. Right? They are on roads. Which road we don't know. Somehow they are on roads. Basically they are not in the heavenly planets. So when then all the devatas went to Lord Brahma. They said, Brahma, we have lost all opulence because of our offense to Durvasa Muni. Then Brahma said, if you offend a Brahmana, what else you expect? This is what is going to happen. Okay. But anyways, we cannot allow the demons to take control over the administration of the universe so much. Because demons are nature by very, very envious. Devatas definitely had some pride or envy here and there, but overall they are devotees. Indra and all the other devatas, they are devotees of Krishna. Sometimes they exhibit some bad qualities, but generally speaking, they are devotees. Whatever administration of the affairs of the universe that they are doing is all because of their service to the Lord. But they are not pure devotees, they are little mixed devotees. Because of the mixed tendencies, sometimes they may exhibit some lust or some envy or some pride or some greed, but generally they are devotees. So devatas should rule. They have more self-control compared to the demons. We cannot allow the demons to flourish as administrators of the universe. So what did Brahma do? So Brahma went to the Kshir Sagar. He offered prayers to the Lord. And all the devatas also accompanied Brahma. All of them were offering prayers to the Lord. They said, my dear Lord, so please come and bestow your mercy upon us. Then Lord Vishnu appeared in front of them. After offering elaborate prayers, so many prayers in the 8th canto, 5th, 6th chapter, so many prayers they offered. And Lord Vishnu came. Initially they could not see Lord Vishnu. They were only seeing the effulgence of Lord Vishnu. He was shining like millions of suns. Not just one sun reflecting on my head. He was shining like millions of suns put together. So they could not see. And after some time, the effulgence is slightly cleared, and then they were able to see the Lord. And Again they offered prayers. Oh Lord, please protect us. Then Lord Vishnu said, I have a plan for you. You have lost your heavenly opulence and the demons have taken over everything. So, but I request you to go and make a truce with them. You understand truce? Friendship, sandhi. You make them agree to work with you. So you should work together. Now you see, they are the enemies of the devatas. All the demons were the enemies of the devatas. Sometimes to humble us, Krishna may put us in a situation where we have to work together with people whom we don't like. Right? So Krishna made devatas work with the demons. If we have to work with another devotee, there may be incompatibility with that devotee. There may be some kind of mismatch in our working styles. There is no chemistry match. Okay, but we have to work with them. This is the principle of cooperation that Krishna is teaching all of us. So we have to cooperate. We have to cooperate with other devotees for Krishna's service, for Guru's service. So the whole purpose is samsiddhir haritoshanam. The whole purpose of all our endeavors is to please Krishna and Guru and Vaishnavas. For that reason, if we have to keep aside our false ego and work in cooperation with even our own so-called enemies, technically speaking, we should not have any enemies. A devotee is meant to be ajata shatru. Ajata means he is not born only. In the case of a devotee, a shatru, an enemy, is never born. Means no born person, no embodied being can be considered as an enemy by a devotee. Right? So it's not just only Yudhishthira Maharaj is Ajata Shatru. Every single devotee is meant to be Ajata Shatru. Right? We may have a slight difference of opinion with another devotee. That does not mean we hate anyone. We maintain enmity towards anyone. We should not hold any negativity or grudge or envy towards any devotee. Right? So once there was some conflict between two devotees in an ashram. Brahmacharis. Both are wearing saffron. Both have shaved their heads. Both have given up everything and are staying in temple. But they had serious conflicts. Right? So this one devotee, for some reason there was some conflict. This one devotee once went to the altar and he saw the other devotee with whom he had conflict. And the devotee is serving the deities so nicely. He's dressing Radha and Krishna Murti so beautifully. And the dressing came up so well. This other devotee who was watching saw, my God, such a beautiful darshan. Who made it? This devotee, whom I don't like, with whom I had conflict. Then this devotee reflected, if I hold any negativity towards this devotee who is doing this service to Radha and Krishna so nicely, will Krishna accept me? Will Radharani accept me? He just thought. Answer is obvious no, as our little Vraja said. Okay, no. So at that moment, he has given up whatever bitter feelings he had towards the other devotee. It just got smashed. Basically, holding grudge or holding envy or some negativity towards any other devotee doesn't make any sense. If you use little intelligence, it doesn't make any sense. Right? How can we hold negativity towards anybody? Even if we completely disapprove the bad things that they have done, we cannot hate that person. You disapprove the activities that they have done because they are inappropriate. They are not aligning with the principles or morals or ethics or basic etiquettes. You disapprove. But the soul is pure, isn't it? Lord Ram killed Ravana. And Vibhishan came and said, I will not do the final rites of Ravana because he has created so much trouble. To you, my dear Lord, you are my beloved Lord. He kidnapped Sita Devi. He gave so much trouble to Sita Devi. How can he do final rites? But Ram said, the soul is pure. The body with which he has done all this nonsense is gone now. But the soul is pure. You should honor the soul. You should perform funeral rites. Ram killed Ravana and he said you perform funeral rites. Right? A mistake may be punished, but the soul should not be hated. Okay. Anyways, the Lord told all the devatas, you should make friendship with these demons. You have to work in cooperation with the demons. Why? This whole plan is made to dethrone the demons and enthrone the devatas. The Lord is also very diplomatic sometimes, if required. Okay. So he told them, you work together, right? So that you all will be purified. You will become humble. You are thinking we are devatas, they are demons, they are asuras. Okay, you are thinking like that. Okay, go and beg them. Go and fall at their feet and beg them, please work in cooperation with us. Right? That is required. Sometimes we have to humble ourselves. The Lord told all the devatas, go and I have a big plan for you. You know, what are you supposed to beg them? Ask them to come to the milk ocean. Both of you parties, devatas and demons, should come together and lift Mandara mountain and bring it to the milk ocean and churn the milk ocean. Before that, you throw all kinds of medicinal herbs and different kinds of plants and oshadhis into the milk ocean, and you churn the milk ocean by making Mandara mountain as a churning rod and by also making Vasuki serpent as the churning rope. You churn the milk ocean, and from that churning you will get Amrit. Amrit is nectar. And by drinking that nectar, you will become strong. And you should go and promise to the devatas, to the demons, that once that nectar is produced, we will give you half. 50-50. We'll share nicely. No injustice. Okay? No cheating. 50-50. You just promise like that. But after that, I'll ensure it will go 100 and 0. 100-0. and the demons will agree, thinking that it will become 0-100, not 100-0. Right? So both devatas and demons have the same intention to cheat each other. Okay? So anyways, the Lord told, do this. And Lord also warned these devatas, you please be tolerant, very patient. In this whole endeavor, sometimes the demons may expect something from you. They may demand something from you. You should not become impatient. You should not become greedy. While you are churning the milk ocean, so many products will come out. You should not become greedy for all those products. Ultimate product is Amrit. Right? When you are churning the milk ocean, ultimate product is Amrit. So you should focus on the ultimate product. Don't become so greedy for the byproducts. Okay. Ultimate product is Krishna Prema, when we are churning our hearts, right? But while doing so, when we are doing our sadhana, there could be some byproducts. A devotee may become a little famous. A devotee may get some different privileges and honor, this and that. We should not be greedy for that. These are like byproducts. Okay. The main product is Krishna Prema. Focus on that. If you lose focus on that main product and you are too allured by the byproducts, we'll stick to byproducts only. Right? So we want the main product. Okay? The goal of life. Prema pumartho mahan. So, next. The Lord told all this. He gave some caution notes, warning notes, encouraging inputs, ideas to all the devatas. And devatas were sent to the demons. Now, such an embarrassing moment, isn't it? So, will you be comfortable if you are asked to go in front of your enemy, bow down, and can you please work with me on this? We have to work together on this. Now that we know the story, we take it for granted. But it's such a painful situation, very embarrassing situation, isn't it? Right? When we face that, even with another devotee, what to speak of a demon, right? Probably with demons we are more comfortable than devotees. Right? So if it's outside people, okay, I'll go and talk to them. No problem. I'll humble for Krishna's service. but when we humble ourselves in front of another devotee with whom we had some little conflict or some issues or some difference of opinion, so that's a test for our humility. Krishna will thoroughly test us before accepting. Okay? It's not an easy game. Krishna will thoroughly test us. It's easier said than done. Okay? So anyways, all the demons very dutifully accepted the advice because they are humbled already. They lost their positions. Durvasamani cursed them and they lost everything, all the heavenly opulence. So naturally they have to humble themselves. There is no option. They are so desperate. So generally when you have an option, you will choose the most comfortable option and then you will release, I will not do this. I will rather do this than that. But they don't have any option. So they went and all in the service of the Lord ultimately. So they went to the demons. Bali Maharaj was sitting on the throne. All the demons were there. And all the devatas went close to Bali Maharaj and other demons, and the demons became very enthusiastic For what? To kill the devatas. They picked up their weapons. They came to fight with the devatas. And Bali Maharaj, being very sober person, gentle person, he said, hey, relax. Stop. Have you seen weapons in their hands? They are not coming here for fighting. They are coming here for meeting. Right? When somebody comes for meeting, you should not have fighting with them. So Bali Maharaj controlled the demons. They are coming to discuss something. Let them talk. Let them discuss. Don't unnecessarily get overexcited. Sometimes we are too overexcited. Before the other person completes his argument or proposal only, we are enthusiastic to give us verdict. Give our verdict. So anyways, Bali Maharaj controlled the demons and allowed the devatas to speak. And the devatas very humbly, with folded hands, he said, so Bali Maharaj, we have a humble proposal for you. Okay, what's that? They said, we have to make two teams, the Devata team and the Asura team. And both teams should go together and lift the Mandara mountain, the thick, strong, tall, huge golden mountain, and bring it to the milk ocean. And we should also go and request Serpent Vasuki to act as a churning rope, and making the Mandara mountain as the churning rod, we have to churn the milk ocean, and if we do so, we will get Amrit and we'll drink it. So 50-50. 50% for you, 50% for us, right? So we'll do that. So can you please cooperate with us? And this is Lord Vishnu's project. Whichever project Lord Vishnu takes up or inaugurates or gives the idea, that will never fail. So please cooperate with us. Then some demons had some doubts. Right? Why we have to change this milk ocean? What's our point? We are already in power. But some demons understood, especially Bali Maharaj, drinking Amrit will make us very strong, immortal, so-called immortality. By the way, by drinking Amrit, nobody will become immortal. It's an often said conception, right? By you drink Amrit, you will become deathless. No, you will have a strong life, long life, but that does not mean Amrit will make you deathless. Only Krishna's name will make you deathless, nothing else. So all the demons agreed. The demons agreed finally. So Bali Maharaj found that some people are not very comfortable with it. They asked, did you have Amrit? Do you have Amrit? I don't have. Better listen to them. He told his own demons and somehow convinced the demons to agree to this proposal. So Lord Vishnu gave an analogy, gave some small example to the Devatas. He said, Devatas don't feel very hesitant. It's okay. There is some. Shall I go behind now? I'll go behind now. Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. Hare Krishna. So in the background, a lot of management is going on with Vivaswan, sun god. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, all the devatas agreed. Demons agreed to the devatas' proposal. Lord Vishnu prepared their consciousness by saying that, and this is fine, Prabhu. It's okay. Thank you so much for your patience. So, Lord Vishnu prepared the consciousness of the devatas by giving a small example. You know what was that example? Once there was a snake. Fine, snake. You like snakes? You don't like? Good. And there's a rat. Both of them caught up in a basket. Right? Both of them were caught up in a basket. And now they have to escape from the basket. The snake told the rat that, see, can you make a hole? You're expert in making holes in the baskets. If you make a hole, we both will escape. Okay. Then basically the rat is in such a situation that at any moment the snake can eat the rat. And now that snake is giving a proposal that if you make a hole, I will not eat you, but both of us will escape you. If you don't make a hole, I will eat you. Better you make a hole so that we both will escape. So you save my life, I'll save your life. Good. But inside the snake was thinking, as soon as the rat makes a hole, I will eat the rat and escape. Right? So this is the logic that Lord Vishnu presented. Sometimes we have to be a little diplomatic. Okay. Even Lord Vishnu is also teaching some transcendental diplomacy for a higher cause. So diplomacy appointed in devotional service is not exactly technically cheating, right? So it's not, it may be against ordinary morality, but it is transcendental morality. Any other examples of such cheating? Transcendental cheating for a higher cause? Yes, Prabhu. Very good example. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas and he wanted to go to Vrindavan, and Nityananda Prabhu cheated Mahaprabhu and diverted him to Shantipur, just so that all the devotees of Advaitacharya's house and Shantipur and Navadvip and Sachi Mata, all of them get darshan of Lord Chaitanya. Yes, one more. I saw 2-3 hands there. Yes, Prabhu. Vamanadev, we are going to discuss in the afternoon. He cheated Bali Maharaj. Yes, Mataji. Yeah, Sanatana Goswami cheated the jailer. He said, you are a Pandit. He doesn't know anything. But he said, you are a Pandit. You are great, well read in scriptures. Can you please help us escape this jail? Then the jailer said, no, if I leave you from the jail, the Nawab Hussain Shah will catch me. He will punish me. Then Sanatana Goswami said, just tell him that you have taken me to pass stool near the river, and I went and jumped into the Ganges, and I'm never visible. Just tell this. No CC cameras, no problem. Okay, nobody is having a CC camera surveillance there. Nawab Hussain Shah will not come to know it. So you just say that. Okay, any other cheating? Any other examples of cheating for a higher cause? Danda Bhanganati, okay, that's one. Anything else? Nityananda Prabhu broke Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sannyas danda into 3 pieces. Any other? So many cheating pastimes. Okay, enough. Yes, what is? Vali. Not exactly cheating, but fine. Yeah. Jayadrat. Krishna cheated by creating an artificial ambience of sunset. Okay. So like that for a higher cause. Yes, Mataji. Oh my God. This is more tricky. Huh? See, many times devotees keep doing to what to say, to spread Krishna consciousness. Okay, they may tell the new people, devotional service is a very blissful life. Right? So they will not say anarthas are there, aparadhas are there. Right? So there is Vaishnava aparadha, and by which you will get affected. Yes, Mataji. Yeah, that's another example. Yes. Yeah, Abhiman. What is Abhiman? That's not transcendental cheating. That's a very heinous cheating. Yeah. Narada Muni is speaking Puranjanopakhyana. Okay, good. But it's direct, very direct. Okay. Uh, uh-huh. Mm. Mm. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So, anyway, sometimes devotees may have to show some little diplomacy for a higher cause. Just like child is not accepting medicine, and the mother says this medicine is sweet, this is chocolate, this ice cream, this is this, and then puts in the mouth of the child, and the child accepts the medicine. So sometimes it's required to cheat someone for a higher cause. Okay. So day-to-day example, if you ask a question, I can give Mataji. I'll not get anything now. uh, all these demons devatas were thinking that let the demons agree to participate with us in the churning of milk ocean, and as soon as they agree, we will do the churning, we'll get amrit, and we'll take all amrit, we will not give them the amrit, any share of amrit. And the demons were also thinking in the same lines. So let amrit be coming out, and devatas will definitely participate in this whole churning of milk ocean, and we will utilize their effort, and we'll get all amrit. We'll cheat them. So devatas wanted to cheat the demons. Demons wanted to cheat the devatas. So both had same intentions, but ultimately devatas wanted to cheat the demons to serve the Lord, and the demons wanted to cheat the devatas for their own sense gratification, for their own enjoyment. So that selfishness intention matters. So sometimes even cheating can also be a part of devotional service if your intention is pure. Vasudeva cheated Kamsa. Vasudeva promised that every son that Devaki gives birth to, I will deliver it to you. But when the 8th child was born, Vasudeva personally picked up Krishna and took Krishna all the way to Nanda Maharaj's house and left Krishna there and brought Yashoda Mata's little baby girl and said, this is the 8th child of Devaki. Girl, not boy. Okay. And Kamsa said, whether girl or boy, I have to kill. Okay. And that girl became Durga and gave a different warning. Kamsa is confused. Till Krishna is about 10 years old, 10, 11 years old, Kamsa did not know the birth secret of Krishna. Narada Muni had to come and reveal. And after 10 years, after more than a decade, Kamsa came to know that Vasudeva has cheated. No one can expect Vasudeva cheating. Okay. Sometimes it's required in the service of the Lord. Okay. So all the demons agreed finally. So they came to the Mandara mountain. So all of them personally picked up this Mandara mountain, big, strong, tall, golden mountain. So they were trying to lift this mountain, and because it is so heavy, their limbs were broken, their hands were broken, their legs were broken, everything was broken. Okay, so they were just lying there. Then Lord Vishnu came on the back of Garuda to save all his devotees. Other day we were discussing that shloka, right? Whenever devotees are in some trouble, the Lord comes, appears on the back of Garuda, right? Bhaktapaya bhujanga garudamani Trailokya rakshamani Gopi lochana chatakam budamani Saundarya mudramani Yah kantamani rukmini Ghanakucha dvandvaika bhushamani Shreyo devashikhamanir dishatunu Gopala chodamani. So Bhaktapaya Bhujanga Garuda Mani. Whenever the devotees are stuck in something, the Lord comes on the back of Garuda. Garuda appears like a huge golden mountain, and Lord Vishnu on top of that mountain is like a blue sapphire shining. Okay, so he descends, and the Lord descended, and he picked up that golden mountain effortlessly. He can lift small mountain like Govardhan also. He can lift big mountain like Mandara also, and keep it on the back of Garuda. And Garuda is such a huge bird, he can hold a mountain on his back. You can't minimize the position of Garuda. Okay, so mountain was kept on the back of Garuda, and Vishnu also sat. And all the devatas and demons with their injured bodily limbs, they were just lying there. Lord Vishnu, just by his glance, he revived. He revived the lives of all these demons also and devatas also. The Lord Vishnu did not become very over enthusiastic. He did not become over enthusiastic to just revive only the devatas and neglect the demons. At every opportune moment, you don't have to pin down the other person. So ultimately, this whole Samudra Manthan is planned only to defeat the demons and re-establish devatas in their positions. So Vishnu and the devatas could have taken this opportunity. Vishnu, why are you reviving the demons? Let them die now. Good. Right? We want to ultimately defeat them only. Now already some 100 to 200 people are just lying there with their injured legs. Let's not revive them. Let only few of them come. No. So Vishnu revived the devatas, demons also, along with the devatas. So all the demons and the devatas and Garuda and Manthara mountain and also Lord Vishnu, all of them came to the ocean, shore of the milk ocean. So then Lord Vishnu told Garuda, Garuda, you can't stay here, leave. Okay, you just leave from here. Why? Why did he say that? Naina Manjari. Correct. So they were about to call Vasuki to act as a churning rope in this churning of milk ocean. So if Vasuki comes, because Garuda likes to eat snakes, Garuda might eat snake. So just leave. Now this is a very privileged show happening. Devatas and demons are coming together for the first time to work on the same project. Right? So they never work together. If Devatas say black, Asuras have to say white. If Devatas say white, Asuras have to say black. So they are opposite in their characters. They're extremely diverse in their opinions and in their actions and in their mentalities, in their habits, in all ways. But now they both are coming together to do this activity. And Lord Vishnu told, you please don't stay here. Just go out. One day, a day-to-day example. I have one day-to-day example here. One day, His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj was giving a lecture in GV. That was the first ever lecture he has given after we joined ashram, 2010. Okay. So the sound system was giving some trouble, some problem. Everybody is hooked on to that lecture, and ashram was totally empty. Generally, when class is going on also, some people are wandering in the ashram, right? But that day, everybody sat in the class only, and sound system gave some problem, and sound system devotee adjusted it. And construction was going on, right? So outside, some construction sounds were happening, and they were disturbing the class so much. So everybody is looking in the direction, but nobody is leaving their place because they think that if I get up from here, the place is gone. Right? So nobody is moving. Everybody is looking that direction and then seeing the class, looking at Maharaj. But one devotee left that class, ran to the construction site, which is quite far, and told them, just postpone. After lunch, you come. He told all the labor, don't make any sounds here. If you want to work on something, just work on something that doesn't produce sound. Okay, he told and came back. So that gave a very pleasant experience to 100, 200 devotees sitting there. So that devotee took that, extended himself and gave a pleasant experience to everyone sitting in the class. Sometimes I have to miss. Definitely he missed 5 minutes of lecture, but he was okay to sacrifice that, right? So sometimes we may have to extend ourselves to miss certain excitements so that the service can happen nicely. Garuda did not say, no, I will control myself. Right? Or I will take a full meal and come so that when I'm belching that I don't feel hungry. Right? He did not say, Vishnu told me to leave, let me leave. Nityananda Prabhu also, the other day, the devotee was quoting this example. Nityananda Prabhu tricked Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to take him to Shantipur. Nityananda Prabhu, before tricking Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you know what he did? He told Acharya Ratna, Chandrasekhar Acharya, he told, you go and inform our Advaita Acharya that I am going to bring Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Shantipur. He should come on a boat in river Ganges to pick us up. Right? So, Lord Nityananda Prabhu used Chandrasekhar Acharya only as a messenger to give a message. So, Chandrasekhar Acharya had to miss the darshan of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or miss this historical incident of how Lord Nityananda Prabhu is going to divert Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he went and informed Advaita Acharya. Sometimes to perform some seva, we may have to miss some special darshan. Right? In Janmashtami festival, some devotee may be doing Abhishek seva, or attending Abhishek, sitting in front of the deities, or coordinating Abhishek, standing behind the deities. Some devotees may be working in chapel stand, some devotees may be in kitchen, somebody may be in prasadam serving. So all this is for the service of the Lord. Sometimes our presence is required for the performance of some service. Sometimes our absence will facilitate the service nicely. So we need to understand it and do the needful. Right? If my presence is not required, or if my presence is an obstacle in the service, let me not be present there. Okay? So Garuda understood it. The service has to happen, I should not be around. So he just left. So the churning began. Mandara mountain is made like a churning rod, and Vasuki serpent was called. Some promise is given to Vasuki serpent. So we'll give you some share of nectar. You will also take. I don't know the exact share. 50-50 earlier. It became 33. I don't know exactly the amount of share that is promised to Vasuki. He said, you also participate, we will give you share. So churning began. So Mandara mountain is kept as churning rod, and Vasuki nicely coiled the mountain, and Devatas held the head portion of Vasuki, and Asuras were left with the tail portion of Vasuki. And Asuras, the demons, came for a fight. They said, we are more beautiful. Okay. We are more experienced. We are more learned compared to all the Devatas. So we cannot touch the inauspicious tail portion of the snake. We need the head portion. Okay. So sometimes we want to establish our superiority at every opportune moment. Right? I cannot sit on the left side. I will sit on the right side only. I will not sit on the side. I will sit in the middle only. Right? I cannot sing nursing arti. I am not a kid. One day somebody was asked to sing nursing arti. Hey, I will lead the Mangal arti, not nursing arti. I will lead Samsara Davanala. Gurukul ka bachcha hu kya? I cannot. So generally at GEV Gurukul kids sing nursing arti. Gurukul kids were not there. So one devotee was approached for nursing arti. He denied it. Right? So sometimes we want to do only the privileged activities, not the background activities. So the Asuras said, we will not touch the tail portion. Lord Vishnu smiled. The Devatas looked at Vishnu. What are we supposed to do? Go and catch the tail. Okay, fine, we'll go and catch the tail. We have to humble ourselves. Sometimes you may have to pamper the other person's ego to get the work done. Right? You cannot exactly speak according to logic. Okay, this is what pleases you, please do it. One of our senior devotees says, Aapka gadha aage, mera ghoda piche. Right? So yours is donkey, mine is horse, but let the donkey lead the show and horse will take a low profile. Okay. Anyways, Lord Vishnu directed them to be humble. So we had to be humble. So all the devatas were obedient. They did not want to establish their superiority in that context. All the devatas went and held the snake's tail, and the demons went and held the head part. So sometimes we must stay together with other devotees, but inside there is a sense of superiority complex. Yes, I am better than this person, right? Even if I am walking around with this person,
people will look at me better than this person. Okay. So people will naturally understand that I am superior. I mean, whether people understand it or not, he assumes like that. Right? So there is one story of two girls in the 9th canto of Bhagavatam, Devayani and Sharmishta. Devayani was the daughter of Shukracharya, a Brahmana. And Sharmishta was the daughter of King Vrishaparva, Kshatriya girl. So they both were friends and they had many other friends. All of them once went to a lake to take bath in the morning, and then they left their clothing on the banks of the lake and they entered the lake. They were taking bath. Suddenly Lord Shiva came there with Parvati on Nandi bull. They felt little embarrassed. So they immediately came out of the water and covered themselves with the clothes. By mistake, Sharmishta took Devayani's clothes. And Devayani became furious. You are lowly Kshatriyas. We are highly Brahmanas. We are very, very high. We are very superior. Your father regularly falls at the feet of my father for blessings. Only because of the blessings given by my father, your father is flourishing. You are subordinate to us. We are superior to you. So all that superiority complex was there. It did not surface because they were like, nobody scratched each other's ego at this moment. But now, because Sharmishta touched the clothes of Devayani, Devayani expressed her superiority. And Sharmishta was no less. Sharmishta said, your father is a beggar. He begs remuneration, dakshina from my father. My father is giving dakshina to your father, that's why your father is maintaining yourself nicely. Right? These clothes are purchased from our donation. Right? So Sharmishta expressed her superiority complex over Devayani. So they both were thinking that we are superior, but externally acting like friends. Internally they were thinking themselves better than the other. So the friendship is tested there. That's a superficial relationship. Superficial friendship which is based on pampering each other's ego, but not based on genuine appreciation and love for each other. When we genuinely appreciate another devotee for what he or she is, when we genuinely value their contributions in service to the Lord, then relationships can be intact. But if we always feel a sense of artificial superiority over others and want to maintain our status quo as better than others, where is the question of friendships? So here devatas and demons agreed to come together to work on the same project, but they were not feeling a sense of equality there. They were always feeling a sense of superiority, the asuras. We agreed. So now we have to catch the head portion, not the tail portion. So anyways, they were just churning. Krishna, Lord Vishnu told the devatas, just agree to what they say. They keep demanding. So the churning began. But now the point is that as soon as they began the churning, this mountain, Mandara mountain, was just sinking down. So this Vasuki serpent is holding this, like this. Now, if they have to churn, the entire weight of this Mandara mountain has to be held by Vasuki serpent only, right? So it's already heavy mountain. All the devatas and demons put together could not hold this mountain. How can one Vasuki serpent hold this mountain? The mountain started sinking. And all the devatas became very, very morose. Demons also became very morose. Then Lord Vishnu expanded himself as Kurma avatar and entered underwater. And his back was several billion miles wide. I forgot the figure now. Okay, his back was several million miles wide to hold this Mandara mountain on back. So he lifted Mandara mountain from bottom and gave it support. So this is what Kurma avatar does. He gives stability in our devotional service. Just like Mandara mountain is unstable, and the Lord gave it stability to stand nicely so that churning can happen properly. Similarly, when our devotional service and the devotional path are little unstable, Lord gives us stability. Okay. So anyways, Mandara mountain was lifted by the Lord, and the devatas and demons started churning the milk ocean with great enthusiasm. Now, this Mandara mountain was being held on the back of Kurma, and Kurma did not feel any heavy burden on his back. When you're holding something on your head, even if you're holding just 1 kilo also, just this bottle, you're holding like this, not a very heavy bottle, but if you're holding for a long time, you will feel that heaviness. But Mandara mountain, such a heavy mountain, golden mountain, was on the back of Kurma. Kurma is feeling a sense of a scratching sensation, right? When you have some itch here, somebody just does like this, somebody does like this. You feel sleepy, right? Somebody, sometimes mothers do like this with the kids, right? So then the kids feel sleepy. They'll doze off. Similarly, Kurmavatar also was feeling some sleepy sensation, okay, when the Mandara mountain is rotating. And on top of it, the rotation of Mandara hill on the back of Kurma polished his ornaments. Ornaments became very shining because of this polishing. One more thing that happened when Kurmavatar was inside the water, inside the milk ocean. The ocean's waves started coming out and going in, coming out and going in. Why? Because Kurmavatar inside is inhaling and exhaling. Okay? When the Lord inhales, the waves, ocean waves will go in. When the Lord exhales, all the ocean waves will go out. Okay? So, since then, since the Samudra Manthan days, all the oceans are breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. So, that is the reason why ocean waves constantly come out and go in. So, the churning began. And after a while, when they were churning the milk ocean, this Vasuki serpent's body was constantly rubbing against this heavy mountain, and Vasuki vomited fire and poison from his hundreds of hoods, and the Asuras, they just could not tolerate it. Their faces were already black. They became more black with the smoke and fire emanating from the faces, from the mouths of this Vasuki serpent, and they were getting tormented. And that heat is coming all the way to the other side also. Even devatas are also getting affected. So Lord Vishnu understood this, and by his mystic potency, he arranged some clouds on top, and the clouds started showering rains, not heavy rains, some drizzles of water, so that they get some cooling effect, some fire and some drizzles of water, so they are neutralized. Then Lord also felt that they need some power, so the Lord empowered the Asuras with Rajoguna, and the Lord empowered the Devatas with Sattvaguna, and the Lord empowered Vasuki serpent with Tamoguna. So different people need different qualities to get some empowerment. Some people are strong in Tamoguna, okay, means they are very active in the night time. Okay, you wake them up at 4 o'clock, they'll doze off, right? Because Sattvaguna time cannot make them active. Only Rajoguna time will make them active. Only Tamoguna time will make them active. So different people need, different categories of living entities need different flavors of empowerment according to their quality, their guna. Right? So Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, they're influenced by certain gunas. So Krishna says, Chaturvaranyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagashaham. When he says like this, he felt that birthright is not the qualification for deciding someone as belonging to some varna or some ashrama. It is not birthright, it is the guna, it is the karma, the activity and the quality. So Brahmanas are predominantly in Sattva guna with some element of Rajoguna in them. Kshatriyas are predominantly in Rajoguna with some element of Sattva guna in them. Vaishyas are predominantly in Rajoguna with some element of Tamoguna. And Shudras are those people who are predominantly in Tamoguna with some element of Rajoguna. Right? So this is how one is categorized. Birth is never a criteria. Okay. So, and in this material world, none of these qualities are pure. They are always tinged with other qualities. Even Sattvaguna in this material world is mixed with some element of Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Anyways, we see that Lord empowered all of them with their respective gunas so that they become very enthusiastic. Then after that, Lord personally joined the churning. He also started churning. Then he felt that this mountain is very nicely being balanced from bottom by Kurmavatar. Who will balance from the top? From bottom he gave support, and from both sides the devatas and demons are doing the needful. But from top also he wanted that some support should be there. And that support he has given in the form of Sahasrabahu. He expanded himself as Sahasrabahu, a 1,000-handed form, and with that he was holding the top of the mountain while laying in the air. So like that the Lord has orchestrated an entire Samudra Manthan event so nicely, and the churning began very enthusiastically. Right? Without the Lord's intervention, nothing would happen. Then, suddenly, as they were churning with great enthusiasm, a poison came out. A fierce poison came out of this churning, and that is called halahal. Halahal, correct. So halahal poison came out, and all the demons and the devatas became very much worried, and this poison is spreading everywhere. So what did Lord Vishnu do? Did he counteract this poison? No. He diverted all the devatas to Lord Shiva. Now, till now, it is Lord Vishnu who has orchestrated this entire Samudra Manthan. But why did he give this privilege of, before the question is completed, she is enthusiastic for answer. Yes, Nayana Manjari. Krishna wants to give credit to his devotees. Wonderful answer. You have a different answer? Roshini? Same answer. Great. Okay. You're all equipped with the conclusions of devotional service so nicely. That's the glorious training of the parents. Thank you. So Krishna wants to give credit to his devotees. So what all the Lord has done so far in Samudra Manthan, let's begin. He gave the plan. Okay. He is the one who has conceived this plan of churning the milk ocean, right? So after that, what did he do? So that he lifted Mandara mountain when they were stuck. After that, he appeared as Kurma avatar. Then he appeared as Sahasrabahu. Next, Ajita. Ajita, yes, he is participating in the churning of milk ocean. Next, he empowered them with respect to 3 gunas. Then he created the clouds to shower drizzles. So at least in 7 ways, he is the one who is running the show. Okay, Samudra Manthan show. But before coming to ISKCON, before reading Prabhupada's Bhagavatam, how many of us know all these 7 things? Kurma avatar is a little popular. Other things we don't know, right? But how many of us knew that Shiva drank poison? Practically everybody, right? So that's how Lord made Shiva more popular than himself also. Although Samudra Manthan plan is conceived by the Lord, orchestrated by the Lord, and supported by the Lord, guided by the Lord in all different ways, he took a low profile. He pushed his devotee forward. The Lord wants to give credit to his devotees. In the Rudra Gita episode of 4th canto Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful shloka. Snigdha pravridghanashyamam sarva saundarya sangraham charvayata chaturbahu sujata ruchirananam. Snigdha pravridghanashyamam. The Lord has a beautiful bodily complexion. Sarva saundarya sangraham. The Lord is the collection of all beauties. So why the Lord is the collection of all beauties? Because one thing is, every aspect of beauty in the material world and all the beauties in the spiritual world are a part of his personality. And all these beauties are originating from Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhava mattaha sarvam pravartate. Krishna is the origin of all beauties in the entire creation. But another aspect of Krishna's beauty is the beauty of his character. The beauty of his character is, he gives more credit to his devotees than he takes for himself. He is the one who orchestrated entire Kurukshetra war, but he took a low profile. He just remained as a driver of Arjuna. Arjuna, you become the hero. You kill all the prominent warriors of Kurukshetra battle. Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Jayadratha. You kill all of them. Bhima, you become the hero. You kill all the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra. For Krishna, who has killed great celebrated demons like Jarasandha, not Jarasandha, who is that? Aghasura, Bakasura, Vatsasura, Vyomasura. So he has killed so many demons in Vrindavan. They had mystic powers. In comparison to those demons, who is Duryodhan? Who is Dushashan? Who is Karna? Who is Shakuni? They are insignificant. Insignificant people. But they are more popular people. Before reading Krishna book, before reading Srimad Bhagavatam, how many of us knew Aghasur, Trinavarta, Keshi? At least I didn't know. But I know Duryodhan, Dushasan, Karna, Shakuni. Krishna made his devotees kill more popular demons, although he personally killed more powerful demons. Although he kills more powerful demons, he maintains a low profile. Popularity, let it go to my devotees. To this degree, Krishna loves his devotees. Can anyone find another Lord who is more compassionate than Krishna? Kam va dayalum sharanam vrajema. He gives liberation even to demons also. And he makes his devotees more powerful and more popular than him also. Right? And he even says, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktaha pranashyati. My devotee will never perish. Krishna, you, Arjuna, you go and declare this. If I declare, I'm not sure whether I will keep my word. But if you declare, I'll take it more seriously. So Krishna gives more importance to his devotees. And now in this context, Krishna made Shiva the hero, not himself. So he took a low profile. He diverted all the devatas. Go and take shelter of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva will release you from this poison. He will save you from this poison. So even in Ramayana, when Ram had to cross the milk ocean, he had to make a stone bridge. But when Hanuman has to cross the ocean, not the milk ocean, Lanka ocean, sorry. When Hanuman had to cross the ocean, so he just has to jump. And of all the parts of Ramayana, Sundarakanda is considered most Sundar. Sundare Sundaro Ramaha, Sundare Sundaro Sundari Sita, Sundare Sundaro Kapihi, Sundare Kimna Sundaro. What is not Sundar in Sundarakanda of Ramayana? One of our Acharyas, Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, quotes this line in one of the Bhagavatam commentaries. Sundare Kimna Sundaram. What is not beautiful in Sundarakanda? But in that Sundarakanda, Ram is not there only, more or less. Ram is there in the mind, in the heart of Sita Devi, in the heart of Hanumanji, in the hearts of all the Vanaras, and also in the mind of who is that Ravana. But he is not there personally participating. It is Hanuman who is the hero of Sundarakanda. So all that center stage is given to Hanumanji. Ram took a back seat. So that is Lord Ramachandra's grace. Now, even Prabhupada writes in the purport of the 4th canto that when Krishna is there in Vrindavan, so many demons came to attack Krishna in Vrindavan. But when Goswamis were there, they are Dhira Dhira Janapriyau Priyakarau Nirmatsarau Pujitau Dhira Adhira Janapriyau. So they are very dear to even gentle people and ruffians. So that is the nature of the Lord. So he makes his devotees more popular and more attention attractive than even himself. But still, all attention goes to Krishna. He is all attractive. He remains all attractive. Devotees take a low profile. So it is said that this pratishtha or fame runs behind a devotee, but a devotee runs away from pratishtha. But pratishtha runs behind a devotee. Okay, and many materialistic people are running behind pratishtha, and she's running away from them. Okay, so pratishtha means fame. Okay, so all the devatas went to Lord Shiva, and they prayed to Lord Shiva. Shiva, please protect us from this poison. This fierce poison came out of the churning of the milk ocean and it is going all over the place. It's spreading all over the universe, killing living beings. You please come and protect us. And Lord Shiva has seen this situation. And he told Parvati. So which wife will give her husband permission to drink poison? Okay, no wife can give permission to her husband, you go and drink poison, no problem. So nobody will say like that, right? But Parvati said that. So Shiva asked permission from Parvati. Parvati, can I drink this poison? This poison is spreading everywhere. Poison is very dangerous. Halahal poison will kill all the living beings in the universe. And if I don't drink this poison, that will kill all the living beings. It is my duty to protect them. So how can a powerful person keep quiet and be peaceful when they see others in difficulty? A Vaishnava is supposed to be paradukha dukhi. We cannot tolerate the distress of other people. So please allow me to drink this poison. And he quoted, Tapyante lokatapena sadhavaha prayasho janaha paramaradhanam tadhi purushasya akhilatmanaha. Tapyante lokatapena. To release common people from their tapa, from their threefold material miseries. devotees undergo so many difficulties. That is their compassionate spirit. It is their deep compassion because of which they extend themselves to help other devotees, help common people also. And that's the nature that we see in Prahalad Maharaj also. He is saying, I have no problem. But my problem is to see common people undergoing so many problems. He said, Naiva dvije paraduratyaya vaitaranyah tvadvirya gayana mahamrutamagna chittah shocetato vimukha sa indriyartha maya sukhaya bharamudvahato vimudhan. He is saying that, my dear Lord, personally I have no problem because I am always immersing my mind in the nectarian glories of your Lordship. So, but I am seeing these common people struggling because of their desire for sense enjoyment, seeing them, my heart is really getting troubled. Please do something for them. And Vasudeva Datta requested Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my Lord, I have one request. Please give me one boon. I will suffer in hell on behalf of all these sinful people. You take all of them to the spiritual world, I will go to hell on their behalf. The Lord said, you don't have to suffer on their behalf. I will take them back to Godhead if you want, but you don't go to hell. I don't want that to happen. So to this degree, devotees are very merciful. And our Shiva said, Tapyante lokatapena sadhavaha prayasho janaha. Almost always they extend themselves for the welfare of others. Paramaradhanam tadhi purushasya akhilatmanaha. It is the greatest form of worship towards the Lord. Lord Vishnu is worshipped to the highest possible extent when we extend ourselves to help others, especially on a spiritual plane. The greatest charity that we can give is to help others in Krishna consciousness. So here is Lord Shiva, who is prepared, fully enthusiastic to extend himself to help these devatas. And Mother Parvati said, okay, fine, go ahead. Because Mother Parvati understands two things about Lord Shiva. What are the two things? Why did she give permission to Parvati? Why did Parvati give permission to Shiva to drink poison? Because she understood two attributes of Shiva. What are the two? Can anyone guess? Yes. Okay. Okay. She doesn't want her husband to die, and she doesn't want the whole world also to die. Okay. Good. Yes. You raised your hand? Yes. Parvati understands the power of Lord Shiva. Next. One reason is correct. Yes, it is Krishna's will. Krishna will be pleased if Shiva drinks poison. That's correct, definitely. So, one is she understands Lord Shiva's power. Second is she understands Shiva's heart. So, she completely understands what is the mood of her husband. And she agreed, yes, if I say no also out of my concern for him, he will not stop. Right? So, he is so bent on pleasing Lord Vishnu by saving all the people in this universe. He's a Vaishnava. He's Vaishnavanam yatha Shambho. Right? He's the best of all Vaishnavas. How can a Vaishnava tolerate seeing another person in distress? So she understood the power. She understood the power of Shiva and the heart of Lord Shiva. And she said, okay, fine, go and drink poison. No problem. Okay. So then Shiva went. He took all the poison in his hands and started drinking. And when he drank, some maha drops, maha poison fell on the ground. So who drank them? Snakes and scorpions drank them, and then they became poisonous. You know that story. So Shiva saved the entire universe. So the Lord gave more credit to Lord Shiva now than he will not. He took over now. Like sometimes, as we discussed so much, how the Lord gives credit to his devotees. Sometimes the Lord may not give credit to his devotees. Sometimes he wants to give credit to other devotees and wants us to be in a low profile. It also happens. Okay. So in Ramayana, Lord Ramachandra made Hanuman the hero. Hanumanji jumped across this Lanka ocean. He found Sita Devi. He burned the whole Lanka. And Hanumanji also brought Sanjeevani mountain to revive even Ram and Lakshman. And Ram and Lakshman fainted in the battlefield. Hanumanji came and saved them. So in 100 different ways, Hanumanji was made the hero. But when it came to Mahabharata, what was the service given to Hanuman? In the Kurukshetra war, he is just sitting on the flag. If Hanumanji gets on Kurukshetra battlefield, he can make Duryodhan, Dushyasan, Karna, Sakun into pulp in 18 seconds. He doesn't need 18 days. Okay, but Lord Krishna told them, just sit on the flag and then bless our Arjuna. And whenever Bhima roars in the battlefield, you also roar along with him. That's all. You can't do anything more than that. Okay. So for some person who can just make everyone into chutney, right? he was only told, just roar. That's all. Make some sound. Sound is sufficient. Action is not needed from you. So now in this whole episode, afternoon we'll discuss. Bali Maharaj is the hero in this episode of 8th canto. In the previous canto, Prahalad is the hero. So all the center stage is given to Prahalad. But when it came to 8th canto, Prahalad is just one small character. He's just playing one little role. While Bali Maharaj is the hero. So sometimes the Lord wants some devotees to take lead role and be prominent, and other devotees have to just play their supporting roles. So this is the Lord's intention. So we need to be very eager and enthusiastic to serve as expected from us. We can't be so eager and greedy to be present and be in the prominent role or lead role at every moment. Krishna is asking us to serve in certain way. Let's do the needful. Let me do the needful as per the need of the hour. That's all. For that to happen, if I have to take lead, I'll take lead. If I have to take a low profile, I'll take low profile. If I have to just go in one corner and chant Hare Krishna, let me chant Hare Krishna. Right? So devotee's life is a life of flexibility, adaptability, malleability, right? When there is malleability in the heart of a devotee, then the Lord becomes malleable by the will of the Lord, will of the devotee also. So there is this shloka, Sarathya parishada sevana sakhya dautya virasananugamanastavana pranaman snigdheshu pandushu jagat pranatim cha vishnor bhaktim karoti nrpatischarana ravinde. Sarathya parishada sevana sakhya dautya. Krishna acted in the form of a sarathi, a chariot driver, a friend, a night watchman, a protector, someone who follows the footsteps of Yudhishthira Maharaj, someone who is very obedient to do so many menial services. So Krishna took up the role of washing the feet of the guests in one ceremony conducted by Yudhishthira Maharaj. To this degree, Krishna is doing so many menial services to the Pandavas. Why? Snigdheshu pandushu jagat pranatim cha vishnor. Because Pandavas are malleable by the will of the Lord. They are very flexible. Whatever is expected of them by Krishna, they are just doing the needful. Right? So this is the nature of the devotees. To be malleable by the will of the Lord, and the Lord becomes malleable by the will of the devotees. So here Shiva just drank the poison and he left. He's not there a part of the scene now. Right? He just left. Now after that Shiva becomes curious. I'll come to that little later. So Shiva left after drinking poison. Only role given to Lord Shiva in this entire Samudra Manthan is, you come, drink poison and leave. Right? Nothing more than this. Okay. So I will do the needful. And for just doing that little activity, which is a big activity, Shiva became so popular. Right? So what Shiva got by doing that little activity according to the will of the Lord is like unimaginable popularity, and no other Devata got, even Vishnu did not get. Right? So not that devotee aspires for popularity, but basically the Lord expects some service from us and gives some reward to us. We are only eager to receive that service and enthusiastically do that service and not be greedy for some extra role. Okay. So, and whatever the Lord gives to us for doing that service, He will give. That's all. Okay. So Shiva left. Then the churning continued, and finally I'll conclude in a few minutes, then we'll open for questions. So Shiva left and the churning continued. And after poison left, anarthas. So when we are churning the heart, setting our heart, first anarthas will come out, right? So when you are cleaning the room, all the dust will come out, right? Once the dust is gone, then you can see the room clean. So poison left, and many other things started coming out. What are the other things? First, Uchchaishrava horse came. Who took that Uchchaishrava horse? Bali Maharaj. Very good. Then Airavata came. Indra took. Then some elephants came. So many elephants. They were taken by heavenly planets. And some Kamadhenu cow came. Who took? Rishis, exactly. Then Kaustubhamani and Padmaragamani, two jewels came. Who took them? Vishnu took them. And what else? Kalpavriksha came. Yeah, Indra. Basically, that decorated the heavenly planets. And finally, Mother Lakshmi came. But there is some more discussion here. It's not just concluded in one shloka or half shloka, right? There is Lakshmi Swayamvara here. Okay, so Lakshmi Devi came and everybody started offering prayers to Lakshmi, worshipped Lakshmi Devi, and some Abhishek is also performed by the sages to Lakshmi Devi. And after such an elaborate worship, Lakshmi had to choose her husband. Okay, so when Lakshmi has to choose husband, she was just examining everyone around. She was seeing so many sages and the devatas and prajapatis and different people were there. And Lakshmi was examining everyone. Everybody had some good qualities and they also had some faults. And she found only one person who is an abode of good qualities, but there is no fault in that person. So she thought, I will put this garland on this person. And that person happens to be Vishnu. But in Vishnu also there is something lacking. You know what was that? He is not interested in Lakshmi Devi. Okay. But Lakshmi is interested. So Lakshmi just offered her a garland in the neck of Lord Vishnu, and Vishnu accepted, and this Lakshmi Swayamvara. The universal parents came together in 6th manvantara. What's the reason? Were they not together? Vishnu is a brahmachari till that point. So Vishnu did not get married till Samudra Manthan episode happened. What's your explanation? Yes? Yes. Very good. That's the answer. Basically, Vishnu and Lakshmi are always together eternally, but this entire Samudra Manthan is meant to be a pastime of the Lord. So the Lord could have reinstated all the devatas in their positions without even orchestrating the Samudra Manthan, but he's orchestrating Samudra Manthan only so that he can have some nice pastimes. Okay. So otherwise, Kurmavatar was eternal. Airavat came out. Airavata's trampling of this garland is the cause of Samudra Manthan, and Airavat came out of Samudra Manthan. Right? How do you explain that? Lakshmi is just born. How do you explain that? Moon is born from Samudra Manthan. Moon was not there. So no night. Night was all Amavasya every day till then. So it's all these great opulences went into unmanifest state in one sense. All these privileges of these heavenly planets because of their offensive attitude. But again, they started manifesting again. So this is how Lakshmi Swayamvara has happened. And Lakshmi Devi just accepted the garland from... Lakshmi Devi offered garland to Lord Vishnu. So this shloka, Yat sevaya charana padma pavitra renum sadyah kshatakhilam pratilabdha shilam nashrir viraktim apimam vijahati yasya prekshalavartha itare niyaman vahanti. So Lord Vishnu is personally saying that Nashrir viraktim apimam vijahati yasya. Although I have a lot of virakti towards Lakshmi, Lakshmi is not accepting me. Lakshmi is not leaving me. She always is enthusiastic to serve me, right? Nashrir viraktim apimam vijahati yasya prekshalavartha itare niyaman vahanti. To get a slight trace of her grace, goddess of fortune. I want some fortune. Okay. I want so many gold coins to be thrown by her elephants like this. I want so many gold coins to fall from all her four hands with big vessels. And so people want Lakshmi. So much fan following is there, but she's following Lord Vishnu. Okay. Janudvayam jalajalocanaya jananya Lakshmyakhilesya suravanditaya vidhatuhu. So urvornidhaya karapallavarochishayat samlalitam hridi vibhor abhavasya kuryat. Lakshmi Devi is always seen with her tender fingers massaging the lotus feet of the Lord. Right? Janudvayam jalajalocanaya jananya. So this is her activity, to always massage the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. So in this way, Lakshmi Swayamvara has happened, and the churning has to continue now. Okay. So now in this context, we can also recollect how, although Lord Vishnu is not interested in the feminine attributes of his consorts, in one sense, he reciprocates with their loving devotion more. Okay. It's the heartfelt devotion of all these consorts that attracts the attention of Lord Vishnu more than the feminine attributes, which are also spiritual in one sense. Okay. So Lakshmi Devi is described in this way in the 3rd canto Bhagavatam. Shri Rupini Kvanayati Charanaravindam Leelambujena Harisadmani Mukta Dosha. Shri Rupini, Lakshmi Devi, is seen in the spiritual world, Vaikuntha, sweeping the floors and the walls of Vaikuntha. They are already very clean, there is no dust there, but still she wants to get slight trace of grace or glance of Lord Vishnu. So she would sammarjati vasphatika kudya upeta hemni yat anugrahanenya yatanaha. In her effort to get the anugraha, to get the attention of Lord Vishnu, she would sweep the floors of Vaikuntha. So what should be our hesitation to broom the floor of the Lord? Okay, Lakshmi Devi is manifesting such extreme service attitude. So this is how Lakshmi Swayamvara has happened. And there is this shloka, I think Mukundamala Stotra. He Gopalaka, he Kripa Jalanidhe, he Sindhu Kanyapate, he Kamsantaka, he Gajendra Karuna, Parina, he Madhava. हे रामानुज हे जगत्त्रय गुरो हे पुंडरीका क्षमां श्री गोपी जननाथ पालय परां जानामि न त्वां विना. हे गोपालक, हे कृपा जलनिधे, ओ Gopala, Krishna, कृपा जलनिधे. Kripa is mercy. Jalanidhi means an abode of water, that is ocean. He Gopalaka, he कृपा जलनिधे, he Sindhu Kanya Pate. Sindhu Kanya is the daughter of ocean god. That is Lakshmi Devi. So after this pastime, Samudramanthan pastime, Lakshmi Devi became the daughter of ocean god. He Sindhu Kanya Pate, he Kamsantaka, he Gajendra Karuna. Kamsantaka. Krishna, you have killed Kamsa. Gajendra Karuna. You have bestowed your Karuna, mercy on Gajendra. He Parina, he Madhava. Oh, husband of goddess of fortune, show some mercy. I am surrendered to you. Then like that the shloka continues, but Sindhu Kanyapati is what I wanted to refer to here. So these are some lessons from the episode of Sundarakanda till this moment, and after that Samudramanthan will continue. So next comes Varuni, that is possessed by Asuras. The next comes Amrit. After Amrit came what happened, and how did Bali Maharaj become the hero of this whole episode. All that we will see in the next session, so post lunch. So now any questions or comments? If you have time for questions, we'll take, otherwise questions. Yes, Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhu. Prabhu, Bhagavatam, all the pastimes, we always see that the devotee actually achieves perfection and goes back to Godhead. So Devyani, Sharmishta, they have this fight, but then Devyani and Yayati perfect their
What
lives.
happened to
Bhagavatam
Sharmishta?
says. Yes. What happened to Sharmishta? Thank you, Prabhu.
She must have also attained. It's not mentioned explicitly. Only Devayani and he are mentioned, but unless it's specifically mentioned by some Purana or Tikakar commentator, we cannot exactly say. But we can assume, yes, if Yayati has realized, and if she also had realized Like Devayani did, she also would have gone. So all details are not mentioned in Bhagavatam.
Because her son was Puru, right? So I'm just thinking that
Yeah.
if he was so perfect
Yeah.
and realized. Yeah, I just wanted to know if there's anything else, Prabhu, because we always think that, we feel feeling bad for Sharmishta.
Yes.
What
yes.
if she didn't?
Paradukha Dukhi Vaishnava. Yes. It's possible. We are not eliminating the possibility, but unless it is explicitly mentioned, then we cannot be confident. Yes. Yes, Mantas.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you for the amazing class. I just have a question. You mentioned that in the beginning, when the devatas went to the demons, they both side wanted to cheat each other. So they have this cheating propensity. So I was just wondering, do they also have the three other defects that we do? To be illusion, to be... so I was just saying, do devatas also have the three other defects?
Indra, so many times he became illusion. Right? Cheating propensity is there. But this cheating is for a divine cause. Okay?
Imperfect senses also, Prabhu. They also have imperfect senses.
Of course. Their senses are stronger than us, but that does not mean they are completely perfect like the senses of the Vrajavasis or Vaikuntavasis. Right? So they also have imperfection in senses. Basically, any conditioned soul has these four defects, whether they are in upper planets, top floor or bottom floor or ground floor or underground floor. They are always having these defects, but to different degrees. Okay.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Yes. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for the wonderful class again. I'm just wondering that from the devatas, they're so close to Krishna. Krishna just coming, giving them darshan, personal instruction. We can't even imagine. So from Devalok, can one make back to Godhead, or he has to come to earth, and then how is that thing?
Basically, going to the spiritual world happens when we develop sincere, pure devotion to the Lord. That can happen. Possibility is there from any loka. So where the flight takes off doesn't matter. Okay. But for the flight to take off, there should be fuel of devotion. Okay. And it goes to the Goloka or Vaikuntha somewhere. Okay. But devotional service is more important than the location. Okay. Any other question? Yes, Sadhu Vrindavan.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I had a question. Could you elaborate on how Airavata was appeared only after the churning, but also kind of caused Indra to be cursed?
So some of these opulences of the heavens became inaccessible to the devatas because of their offense to a Brahmana. Now they became more accessible now. Okay. It's more about accessibility than beginning of all these opulences. Thank you. Yes, Prabhu. Rohini Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, this pastime is quoted, one of the lessons that we can derive is purification in association, how we can get purified. So there are two kinds of association, right? One is when there are frictions in the association, that friction, when you tolerate, you get purified. And when you have association of the higher senior devotees who are better than you, that association is also purifies. So how one should balance between these two, Prabhu? Which one should...
Association of seniors versus?
Association of
equals
or wherever there is friction.
Okay, fine. Got it. Okay. So, Prabhu's question is that we will purify our hearts when we get association of senior devotees. And also there is some purification of heart that happens when we associate with other co-sadhakas. Okay. Who are somewhere more or less at an equal level like us. So, which is more preferred, or how to balance between these two like that. So now seniors will give us guidance, instruction, inspiration. Whenever we are stuck, they will mentor us, they will guide us. So that way senior association is very important and crucial for our advancement in bhakti. At the same time, seniors may not observe every single thing that we are doing. So therefore we need some peers also who are also co-sadhakas. They keep observing us, they can give a more candid feedback. They can more freely tell us this is wrong, this is right. There's some kind of purification. They don't have so much of inhibitions or reservations in correcting us, giving feedback to us. Okay, so this is important for us to also get that purification of our heart coming from equal association. Because juniors, they always respect us, praise us, okay, and seniors, they are affectionate, and we are at our best behavior in front of seniors, or we also want to be like role models in front of juniors. Right, but we are more freestyle in front of equals, so they can freely correct us also, because the more we are free, the more anarthas are revealed, the more shortcomings become exposed, and they will easily correct us. Okay, so that's the idea. Peer association is very important. Okay, and yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, according to the Vadanti Tattvavidas verse, there is Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan realization. So those who meditate on the Brahman, they merge into the effulgence of the Supreme Lord. Then those who meditate on Bhagavan, they go into one of the Vaikuntha planets. So what happens to the people who meditate on the Paramatma, and what is their destination, Prabhu?
Okay. So Paramatma meditators can have multiple types of destinations. Okay. So they may attain impersonal liberation if they stick to Paramatma meditation only. And there is also something called Paramatma merging. So they may merge into the body of Paramatma. Okay, merging into effulgence is one thing. Merging into the body of Paramatma also is one more. Some acharyas say that. Okay, and by meditating on Paramatma, by doing dhyana, if a person happens to fall in love with the beautiful form of the Lord as a part of their Ashtanga Yoga at the dhyana stage, these Paramatma meditators can become bhaktas, devotees, and they come into devotional line. They will become bhakti yogis. Dhyana yogi can become a bhakti yogi, and then the good fortune will take over and he can enter the personal planets of the Lord as per what he deserves. There are multiple possibilities are there. Thank you. Yes, Prabhu.
I want to.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the class. I just wanted to ask, like in the beginning, when Durvasa Muni offered that garland out of his pleasure to Indra, so then whatever Indra will do with that garland, it should not bother Durvasa Muni. He is a Brahmana, he should be supposed to be humble.
Yes.
So why did he took that insult so much that he cursed like this?
Yes.
Means,
Yes. So there are two aspects here. Indra does another offense, and that is described in the 6th canto. We are discussing 8th canto now. Once Brahaspati came into the heavenly assembly, then Indra did not respect him. He did not get up. It's a conscious disrespect. Not that he did not notice Brahaspati. He saw Brahaspati, but he purposely neglected him. Brahaspati did not say a single word. He did not curse him. He did not speak a single word to correct him also. He just left that place. Okay. Now, because of their conscious disrespect to a great sage named Brahaspati, who is their own guru, all the devatas lost their positions. Even if Durvasa Muni had not cursed Indra, Indra would anyways have lost his position. Durvasa cursed Indra here, and Brahaspati did not curse. But in both cases, they lost their positions. Okay. Now, why Durvasa Muni had to curse? Now different sages have different flavors. Okay. Some devotee is there, if you offend, if you say something which you are not supposed to say, they wouldn't mind. They just keep quiet. They don't get offended. And there are some other people, they may want to correct us. They may want to just improve our consciousness. Like Narada Muni was there. When he saw Nalakvar and Manigriva in such a situation, he could have just left. He did not get offended. But he cursed them. May you become trees. You are living like this in Mandakini Ganga. You are bathing naked along with other people. It's very heinous behavior, etiquette. So I curse you to become trees. But Narada Muni's curse was not born out of his false ego. They did not respect me, therefore I punished them. That's not the intention of Narada Muni. Their consciousness is so degraded, to purify their consciousness, they need some punishment, let me give that. And in that punishment also, in that curse also, there is a blessing of they seeing Krishna's childhood pastimes. So sometimes some sages are there, some sages, spiritual advanced sages, they may just keep quiet and then move ahead when you offend them. And some people, they may correct us, some people, they may curse us also, they may punish us, all for our purification. Thank you. Any other question? Yes.
When you were saying that Krishna also gave credit, not credit, like he gave when all the demons and demigods couldn't lift the mountain, Krishna again lifted them up. But then in the Mahabharatam war, Krishna told Duryodhana that I won't lift a weapon, I'll only ride the chariot for Arjuna. But Krishna did lift a weapon to kill Bhishma, who was on Duryodhana's side. So why does Krishna have to cheat in that way? And yeah.
Okay, thank you. Very thoughtful. So Krishna said that I will not lift a weapon. Okay. But out of his great enthusiasm to exhibit his affection towards two devotees, Krishna had to lift a chariot wheel. And chariot wheel is never considered a weapon. You may use it to attack somebody, but it is not considered a weapon. So no warrior will take chariot wheels in his chariot to fight with others. They have Brahmastra, Agnayastra, they have bow and arrows, this and that, but they never carry chariot wheels, right? It's not considered a weapon. In that sense, Krishna never compromised on his vow. But from another angle, Krishna was even willing to compromise on his vow to exhibit affection towards two devotees. Who are the two devotees? Number one is obviously Arjuna. Because Bhishma was about to kill Arjuna, to protect Arjuna, Krishna picked up chariot wheel. Another devotee is Bhishma. Bhishma took a vow, unless Krishna picks up a weapon, I will not spare Arjuna's life. So Krishna also had to protect Bhima's vow, right? Bhima took a vow, unless Krishna picks up a weapon, I will not spare the life of Arjuna. So Bhishma's vow has to be protected. His words have to be protected. Satyam vidhatum nija bhritya bhashitam. Krishna likes to make his devotees' words true. Therefore, to protect Bhishma's words, he picked up something that resembled a weapon. Okay, something that could be utilized as a weapon in some urgency or something like that. So when Krishna picked it up, he was about to charge on Bhishma. Arjuna stopped him. Okay, and even if you consider the chariot wheel as a weapon, Krishna never released it. Krishna never used it. He only picked it up. Okay, he just kept and lifted like this. Okay, but he never released it. Okay, so that way, Krishna did not compromise on his vow. At the same time, Krishna exhibited his love and affection towards both of his devotees. He protected Bhishma's vow and he also protected Arjuna's life. Makes sense? Thank you for such a thoughtful question. Yes, Prabhu, you had a question. How long should we take questions? Please let me know.
Prabhuji, you were mentioning about Hanuman. in Kurukshetra war. He could have finished the entire war in 18 seconds. Usually in life, when we deal with our loved ones, children, relatives, we see they making mistakes. And it's very painful to see them go through that.
Yes.
We understand it is part of their growth. But at the same time, we are worried that some of these mistakes may actually take them away from Krishna. So how do we balance and understand, okay, well, maybe this I have to actively do something about, or in other places, okay, take a back seat?
Very good question and practical question. Let's go to Vrindavan, just to answer the question. So Mother Yashoda makes Krishna walk. Krishna is very small. So Krishna, initially he would crawl. Janubhyam sahapanibhyam ringamano vijahrutuhu. So like a snake he would crawl in Vrindavan with his janubhyam and panibhyam, with his hands and feet, knees. So he would just crawl like that. After some time, Krishna developed the ability to stand on his feet and then make a few steps. Okay. So when Krishna would just get up to stand on his feet, he would just try to put one step ahead and then he would just fall on his bottom. Mother Yashoda would immediately come and give her finger to Krishna. Krishna would hold that finger. Mother Yashoda would show another finger. Krishna would hold that finger also. With the two fingers, Mother Yashoda will make Krishna walk. After a while, Krishna again attempts to walk. Again he falls down. Mother Yashoda would give only one finger to Krishna. After a while, Krishna again attempts to walk. He will attempt to walk and he will fall on his bottom. Yashoda will see like this. Expectation is you get up on your own. Okay? I will not support you. Sometimes the mother or father has to see the child while attempting to walk. They will not be able to walk. They will fall down also. But still, parents will not come and support them. Not out of lack of empathy or sympathy or kindness or affection. If I keep on keeping this boy in my lap only, he will never learn walking only. So you should allow people to make mistakes, allow the child to make an attempt to walk, allow the child to fall down, again get up, cry, again attempt to walk, then only he will be able to walk. Right? So like that, we need to allow the younger generation to make some mistakes sometimes and then learn. That is one part of the story only, by the way. See, the child is touching fire. Mother will not see. Let him touch fire. Let the hand burn. He will understand. He will never touch fire. It doesn't work like that. Right? Once the hand is burned, it's gone. So when they're making some gross mistake, immediately go and catch. Right? They don't understand. They don't have the discrimination or ability to understand what is right and what is wrong. Yes, so therefore, when they're making some gross mistakes, you have to control. You have to stop. Okay? When they're learning something, while learning they're making some mistakes, you should allow them to make mistakes so that they can learn better. Okay? So the child is struggling initially the child was asked with the teacher, 5 plus 8. How much is this? He'll take 5 fingers here. 8. Okay. Initially he doesn't have 8 fingers. Then he will, my parents will show toes you can take. Okay. 5, 8. They'll count 1, 2, 3, 13. They'll answer. So sometimes when the child, the addition goes beyond 10, he cannot count because he has only 10 fingers initially. Then you say that you can borrow fingers from the feet also. Then the sum goes beyond 20, child gets confused. Right? So now teacher is making the child to learn more and more and giving little tougher problems, increasing the intensity of the toughness of the problem. Parent can easily solve the problem. Parent can just tell the answer and the child will do the homework in 2 minutes and they'll go and play, and next day he'll submit the homework to the teacher and teacher, 100 out of 100. Ultimately child did not learn any math. So when they are growing in a positive direction and making mistakes in that, we should allow them to make mistakes and learn and grow in the positive direction. Failures will help them learn better. But when they are grossly going in a negative direction, doing some gross mistakes, harmful to themselves, and they're unable to realize it because of lack of discrimination, we should immediately control them. How to control? That depends on the child's nature, parents' nature, culture. Many things are there. How much to control? So we should give them autonomy, but the autonomy should not be given so much that they deviate from the core principles, ethics, and morals. But the autonomy should be given in such a way that their creativity is expressed. Don't restrict their creativity. Don't block their thinking and intellectual capabilities. In that way, you should give them freedom. But when they're going in a wrong direction, we should stop. We should tell them this is right, this is wrong. Makes sense? Details we need to work out, but these are the principles. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll take prasadam.
We'll resume back at 1:45. 45 minutes prasadam is okay? I mean, because we have to end the session at 2:30. Is that okay?
Just seeking your blessings, Prabhu.